Whatever you guys want to do. So, you guys begin making your way to the flower garden, and you guys are definitely not the only people here. There are a number of groups here. Some are couples, quite clearly, enjoying a romantic rendezvous at the flower gardens, but others are, how to say, like, appreciators of landscape. They're looking at the flower gardens illuminated by lantern light and starlight and barely any moonlight, as we discussed earlier. So, don't get me wrong, the place is a lot quieter than most of the other places you guys have been to at this point. Even quieter than the art show you attended earlier, Dahlia. Not only because there's less people here, but also because there's much more distance. People are few and far in between. Irina does manifest when you guys like fully manifest. Like she walks on her own two legs as you guys get here, and it does not take a keen eye to see that the plants are reacting to her slightly.
Oh.
Yeah, they like perk up or bloom or blossom a bit more as she goes by them, and she does go by them. She takes a great amount of time to walk and observe all the different plants out here. Every now and again, you guys can see her, sort of hear her nerding out at the type of plant, what it symbolizes. Falk, you definitely tell that she was cracking into some of the books you purchased for her.
Mm-hmm. Are there any that she especially gravitates towards?
I believe it was lavender before, so
Oh,
lavender,
yes.
lavendor.
Lavendor.
Oh, also, you guys, to Roma and to Falk, you guys totally could have just gone and grabbed your purchased items.
Yes.
Because the thing is, like, they're not. Because the thing is, like, at 10 o'clock is when they close.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't go there after your event, because then they'll be closed.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys could have grabbed them. No, okay, go to the fire gun. Yeah, so don't worry about it.
Okay,
Is
cool,
my
thank you.
is my super secret gift for someone gift wrapped? or are they?
You could have requested it upon pickup.
Oh, yeah.
If you want. Yeah, they could have totally done that.
Leave it in Edelweiss's saddlebag and forget about it.
2 years later. Oh shit! I wonder where that went.
You're welcome.
It was so funny. It made Kirsty
years
die of
later.
laughter.
Yeah, I'm definitely dying. Yeah, that's me.
Let's see. I'm just looking up real quick what flowers complement lavender in a bouquet. No reason.
Probably trying to think like complementary colors, so like daisies and sunflowers.
Yes. Thank you, Google. African daisies. Where to get those?
The free range.
Oh God.
Other side of the world. The rain's down in Africa. Yeah, you can find different all the range of flowers here. You guys aren't allowed to collect flowers for like alchemic or that sort of reason, but for like well-intended reasons. Yeah, you're allowed to pluck a few.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah, but you can't grab like an entire bushel's worth of a flower because that's a bit what the fuck,
Much.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Dahlia will walk along and just look at the different flowers and plants and shit. Take notice of them reacting to Irina. Does it seem like it's just a passive thing?
At a glance, yeah. It doesn't look like she's exerting any effort into doing so.
Makes sense.
What flowers in particular are is Dahlia looking at? I wonder.
That is a good question. There wouldn't be any like subsects of anything from her home, would there be around here? Anything similar?
Let me look through my flower list.
I thought you have a
Let's
flower
see.
list.
Of course.
Let's see.
We're in like the flower capital.
Yeah, roses, no. Lilies, no. Violets and dahlias, of course. Lavenders grow literally anywhere. They're like some of them, like they're super resilient. So lavender is something as well. Orchids, aster maybe. I think those grow in aster habitat. moist woods, prairies, fields, and marshes. Yep. So asters, boom. Surprised I remember that. Hydrangeas, lilacs. Yeah. So there's a number that are of the same species as in your homeland. They probably look different. They're definitely probably brighter, more verdant in like their stems and stuff like that. But you recognize them familiarly enough. That it's like, oh, that's an aster. That's a dahlia, like me. That's a blank. Right. So you probably recognize them by their like phenotype. You know.
She wouldn't, but I'm just imagining her going, "That's a dahlia, like me."
Guys, it's edible shit.
There's a thing where she faces Falcon like Pogs, but she's like putting you
Oh.
behind her.
I think out of the 3 flowers that I actually looked up just to remind myself what they look like, should probably be looking at the hydrangeas. It looks like they come in one of the widest varieties of colors, and should probably be focusing a lot on the fact that like, oh shit, these are vibrant, and I know that the stems and leaves could be this vibrant.
Yeah, you might have seen like such brightness like as a rarity or an anomaly in your homeland, whereas here like they're clearly like cultivated and natural. And given that you're with Irina, they bloom even brighter sometimes, so it's like fucking someone turned on the saturation on them.
So yeah, she's probably just taking that all in. What's Falk looking at?
He's just strolling around, looking at nothing.
You're listening to your girlfriend fucking give her hyperfixation. You guys do see that Irina is collecting flowers herself, and as you guys are walking, she's already weaving them into a flower crown, a flower halo.
Fox sees that and whispers under his breath, "Damn, that's a good idea."
What was it?
Nothing.
You guys are traveling along, and I'm actually gonna roll for it. Because, in a way, Irina has like a cheat code, right? Because she could sort of will the plants to bend and turn and shit, so she could sort of just tell the plants to...
Doesn't she just have
Make
Druidcraft?
She does have Druidcraft, shit, you're right. Does Druidcraft just let you... Trade is this one? Okay, yeah, then fuck, I'm not even gonna roll... Fucking... roll for it. She is going to assemble and lay upon them, like lay upon them like a lei, like a Hawaiian lei, onto like different like available like hooks or spots on Edelweiss. She's going to begin assembling a rainbow of different crowns for the party as she's like weaving them together. She doesn't know Okay, she could know specifically who would want which flower, but that would be an invasion of your mental privacy that she's not going to violate.
Bro,
So
if
she
we're
knows you
about
use
to
the power-
TPK, we have to make sure Irina lives. The world needs this girl.
Really?
Her name
She's
was
the only option.
So, yeah, as you guys are going along further and further into the flower gardens, you guys see Edelweiss begin picking more and more coloration as another crown is laid onto the saddle, and then another one. One is hydrangea, one is dahlias, acacias, like it just keeps going.
She's starting to look more like a parade horse than a war horse.
You hear Edelweiss. I look great. I look great.
I didn't say you didn't.
Speaking of,
strikes a pose, like ta-da!
That's like one leg up.
Exactly. Yeah. She'd be great for the dressage. Dressage.
fully spot we're here.
Yeah, another horse girl on the call.
Dressage. That's from her.
What the fuck, guys?
Now,
So
this whole
No. What were you saying?
garden, is it inside a what is a pavilion? Hold on.
It's like an
Oh,
external, like
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I've been in pavilions before. I assume the flowers
it's
sort of.
huge, though.
Oh, it's a huge. Okay, so
Yeah.
are all the flowers underneath it?
So yes and no. There are certain breaks in the pavilion that lets in like rain, sunlight, etc. If you've ever seen probably pictures, the gardens of the Palace of Versailles, which is like expansive to the point where there's a lot of logistical problems with it, but I digress. Yeah, something like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so in a way, yes, it's all underneath like a roof, but there's like a lot of different breaks in the roof that allow ventilation and all that stuff. So yes and no.
Now I can't remember if I just headcanon or imagined this, or if this was actually the case, but the like romantic boat river ride, does that go along the
Yeah,
the pavilion? All right.
it goes. It's like it basically demarcates like one of the perimeter or two of the perimeter walls for it. If we assume like the garden's like a box.
Then it's probably as we're walking along that that Falk decides to strike. Can you make a dex save for me, Dahlia? No, I'm kidding.
I knew it!
Yeah, he doesn't even do attack rolls anymore. He uses saves.
Oh god, oh no!
Well, I am a warlock and it spells.
Actually, you're right.
Oh yeah.
Nothing gets you that requires a dex save though. I think Falk, as we're looking at these flowers, or as you nerds are looking at these flowers, will say, I think he's a good spot to rest. After all, there's something I need to give you.
Are you looking at Dahlia when you say this, or are you just...
Yeah.
Okay, because otherwise she's gonna assume you meant Irina.
I guess he looks between the two of you, because he has something to give both of you. Very tactfully, he will pull... You don't know how long he's been walking with like his hands behind his back, but you know, when you roll a 23 stealth, you tend to get away with shit.
Oh my god!
He pulls his hands out from behind his back, and he has a two sort of bundles of flowers, not quite bouquets because you know that's a lot of flowers. But two bundles of flowers, probably tied with like very thin strips of like plant fiber, just to keep them together. It looks quickly between each one, like, okay, wait, whose is whose, or which is whose. But he will then hold them out, like crossing his hands, like if Dahlia's on the right and Irina's on the left, and he has Dahlia's in his left hand, and then you know what I mean. He crosses his hands. He holds a bundle of flowers towards Irina of lavenders, daisies, and oleanders. Very sort of like purpley colors with a splash of yellowy orange in there. And towards Dahlia, of course, Dahlia's hydrangeas and cosmos, which are a sort of purpley flower as well, kind of more on the pink side.
You present out the flowers. Yes?
I was going to say that definitely takes Dahlia off guard, so she's kind of just stuck there for a second before she moves to take it.
A little gift for the two loveliest flowers in the garden.
Oh.
And then he kind of like cringes as he says that, and like dips his head a bit to hide his face behind the brim. Like, that was stupid. I'm sorry.
Irina immediately waltzes over and takes the bouquet intended for her, and sort of holds it like in like almost like she holds it close to her chest, like in this almost like bridal way. Like again, Irina doesn't have like a face, like a full face. She doesn't have a nose or a mouth. She by all accounts sort of doesn't have olfactory senses, but you could see the airflow of spores around her like be taken in by the fissures in her forearm as if she's breathing. She closes her eyes and quote unquote breathes in the scent of the flowers as she closes her singular eye. It's lovely.
Well, I certainly tried to make it so. Dahlia,
thank you for the flowers.
Well, I do owe you. Gives you a wink. And he gestures towards Edelweiss's rump, before you realize he's gesturing towards the saddlebag instead. Go ahead and look in the left one. Slowly, Edelweiss might kick.
She narrows her eyes at you. Is this about the saddle again?
He rolls his eyes. No.
I told you.
I
don't owe me.
understand. I didn't need to pay you back, but I did have a thought on the road, and I figured that here at this once-in-a-century festival would be a good time for me to act on my idea. I was inspired.
Arena does close distance to you, Falk, and just sort of leans against you as you wait for Dolly to go retrieve the contents of the saddlebag.
Yeah. Puts an arm
As
around the
she-
ball of her back, leans on her shoulder.
That's cute.
I will say Irina's waiting for something right now, but I'm waiting for you to trigger it.
She's waiting for something.
Yeah, just waiting. So what do you do?
You have to
Because
activate
he's honed in
trap
on
card.
he's honed in on the fucking the gift.
Yeah, you want to roll insight? You feel free to roll insight.
Advantage?
No, not this time.
No! Yeah, because it's
Oh.
in your head. That's okay, I'll get a nat 20 for love. No, never mind.
Yeah, you're.
Use my inspiration.
I thought you already did.
Huh?
I thought you already did.
I had a muffin for winning the question.
Oh, right.
Well, losing the question show, but in a winner's fashion.
Fun way.
There you go.
But in a winner. Winner's fashion.
She's waiting for Dahlia to go get her present.
And she is going towards Edelweiss, being slow, not because she thinks that Edelweiss would actually kick her if she went like normal speed, but because she doesn't fully trust Falk won't tell her to.
That would be pretty funny. That would be an epic prank, though.
Right, advice. She's expecting a kick, now bite her ear off.
Oh my god!
I understand the mission. So, when Dahlia does turn to open up the saddle bag and retrieve the contents laying within, Irina does do a bit of a I don't know, like a hop, because you're tall. Actually, how tall are you? I just know she's short.
He's not. He's 5'9".
Okay, she's 5'5", if I recall correctly. So she does a bit of a tippy toe hop. I don't know, whatever she has to do to close the distance. And you see your vision get taken over for a moment by red. Not like rage red. No, not that bad. but she manifests a much more dense formation, a dense cloud of spores from her her literal fissure of a face. And you feel for but a moment the warmth of a kiss, as if she were a fully intact person.
I think he definitely goes weak in the knees and probably cranes back a bit. Like when like in movies where like typically it's the guy that does this, like dips his lady and kisses her like that. It essentially becomes that, whether that's what Irina intended or not, and his hat falls off.
The spores, she can totally just have the spores catch that or something, right? Right, probably. I'm gonna make I guess that'd be a dex save to catch her hat. That's what I'm gonna say. It's a
Hell yeah.
yeah, try sorry, Rita.
Atta girl.
She catches your hat and places it back atop your head as she leans away, as if nothing happened just now as Dahlia turned around to go grab the contents of the bag. That's what she was waiting on.
Alright.
She doesn't want you to feel that embarrassed.
I'll roll this. Hell yeah.
Hey, good recovery, hell yeah. Meanwhile, Dahlia, yeah, you open up the saddle pack, the saddle bag, and retrieve the contents inside. Inside, you find a bomb. No, inside you find something that's wrapped up. Some sort of gift wrapping. some sort of
You're
semi-dense
absolutely
parcel.
sure that this isn't just to pay me back for the saddle.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. How did I get in there?
It's
You
not.
really are bad at lying, aren't you?
It's a genuine gift, not an obligation.
As I nod up and down.
She seems to actually relax at that a little bit.
Irina can tell the depths of your guys' soul if she taps into your skulls enough. So of all people to trust.
She nods after turning back around and seeing these two.
Irina has like a miasma of red spores around her, but that's pretty standard.
All standard stuff. Nothing going wrong here.
just as spores here.
Just as spores here. Yeah, she'll take a second and look to Folk before she just like starts opening it, because as much as she can assume, it'd be so embarrassing if she assumed wrong right now. Then it was not for her.
Irina.
Irina.
You open it up, and as you do, you find something familiar, but not super familiar. It is your alchemist bag, but made in a different material. Pristine, unweathered. It's exactly right in terms of dimension.
She looks at it. Go on.
Tried to get it as close as possible. I can't account for any sentimental value, but no one's saying you need to get rid of the old one. It's just... It's something new for future travels together. The next leg of our journey.
It's perfect.
I know. I even had them add little loops on the strap. It's like a little bandolier for your vials. I thought that
So
was a
you-
nice touch.
So you did. And she can't help but smile more and more slowly as she's looking over this. Her tail starts wagging.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's alright.
I'll take all right. It beats looking like an idiot who gives bad gifts.
It's...
I was not afraid of, by the way.
Of course you weren't. I don't think I'm ready to get rid of this one. She puts a hand on her current bag. But this one will make a nice addition. My kit.
If not for nothing, it's more inventory. You can keep it in Edelweiss's saddle if you like. Saddlebag, should actually.
I think I'd rather carry it with me. And she finds some way to have both bags like hang off her shoulders.
Oh yeah, no, it's if it's like
Not
a
hard at
stack
all.
of- yeah, 100%. I do that every day going to work. It's a 100% super easy.
Oh yeah, I do too. I bring my textbook that way, and then my other bag.
I bring my work laptop and my personal laptop.
My new bag with all my pins on it.
Oh, she's not here anymore.
She's not.
I was gonna be like, see, Kirsty? She's still bragging.
She can check it in the VOD.
Oh, yeah, true. Well, don't think that this is the end of my gratitude.
Gratitude for what?
You've been a stalwart companion, even if I don't always act like you are.
I'm sorry that we met the way we did. And that things went the way they did for so long.
Well, for what it's worth, looking back, I wouldn't say you were the worst friend I ever had.
How bad you were choosing friends?
I had a rough upbringing. But that's all in the past. And in the present, I have you all. He looks at Irene as he says that.
She blooms.
Go away if you two want to kiss.
No need.
Way ahead of you.
Oh.
Oh, as if you don't want to boop snouts with tar.
That is just not. Why are you even bringing that up?
He hits you with like the DreamWorks face, the like smirk and like one raised eyebrow. I know you miss him
Just need to
terribly,
have a
but if you'd like, I did already promise him to get him a gift in the games tomorrow. I could win a gift for you to give him.
She like looks away for a second. She's like, "Do you think he'd even like that?"
I think he'd love it. As much as a child can love anything, but I mean, look at the progress we've made already. He gives me nods.
I know.
What does he give you?
Oh.
she wouldn't say this, but my gut was his attention.
You should say that.
No.
Let it be known, Tao did the nod with you when you first met, so technically, in a way, no progress has been made in that front. Like, you are where you are when you began. Like, you guys started off doing the sub nine each other.
Alright, we already started so good.
Yeah, I know. Where do we go from here?
We keep no way but up. But yeah, I do think he would appreciate the thought at the very least.
I've been trying to think about. I've been trying to think of something I could get him. I haven't gotten very far in that thought.
What's your plans for tomorrow?
I did write them out. What the hell were her plans? I don't remember, so let me take a look.
I
know cookout is last.
Yeah, cookout last. That's for sure.
Did
We pinned all the activities, but
we pinned the activities. I did not pin because your guys' plans I think deviated every now and again, so I don't think I pinned a specific one. I found the most. I think is the most recent one here.
It'd be right above.
I added you to it.
Oh, hold on.
No, arm/armor smithy would be perfect if you want to try and get him something.
Yeah,
Painting
that's what I was
7
thinking.
If you want, you can roll an insight check.
I think I would.
Could I assist?
Sure.
Yes.
Insight on Tal.
It's gonna be hard. I am. I'll tell you that right now. It's gonna be hard.
I'm also going to. I don't think she even has a good mod. I was gonna get Luthravu to help on it and use that feature, but I think she's just got a flat 0
Yeah,
for wisdom.
if she has a plus, if she has a flat 0 for wisdom, she's not really giving you anything.
Yeah.
Got
So I don't think
guidance
that's...
from Irina.
You get guidance from Irina.
Alright. Advantage. Insight.
Oof.
That's pretty mid. On both
Yeah.
accounts. Like, it's a 10 and a 2. Those are literally mid.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything to add. Let me take a look, but I don't think I do.
Do we give out recap info?
We did not. I'm trying to think who. You guys didn't. No one really helmed it this time.
Yeah,
so I'll
we
give
did
it
our own
to.
parts.
I'll give it to you, Alec, for comprehensiveness.
I give it to Dahlia here. You don't.
Sure.
Yippee! Roll at advantage again because of the help, or is it just one?
Advantage.
Okay. Insight. Wow. I mean, that is better.
No,
It's a dirty 20.
it's a dirty 20. Anything Irina can do to help? Like, I should have given you guys, I get that, but... No.
My
No.
trance doesn't help, even though that would be fucking... Probably wouldn't be the best idea.
No, and no.
I've got nothing rather.
Dirty 20, I will leave you relatively to your own devices to determine outcome, but I will give you the following. Be mindful of what Tal has been receptive to when you guys converse, hang out, chat with him, etc., etc., etc. And don't forget why he's even hanging out with you guys in the first place. So, I'll leave you with that sprinkling of insight on probably one of the hardest people to insight.
Yeah. Since I assist with the insight, is like we share what we get from that, or she got from that?
Yeah.
He seems to value learning his past, his forgotten memories. Maybe something simple, like a fresh leather-bound notebook to jot down the little tidbits he does remember.
That's a good thought, but I wonder what his thoughts are and having a record of that. As in, something that someone else could find.
Right.
I don't think Tal would have a pickpocket him, though, right?
Has to be
I mean,
pickpocket.
Be
Real
really
stupid.
dumb. Be really dumb pickpocket, yeah.
We're all nodding in agreement, like, yes.
Oh, you're so right, Irina.
That's not a bad idea, though. Better than where I've gotten so far.
What's not a bad idea?
No. I'm just kidding, I knew you were there.
Dahlia jumps. She did not know.
I actually did roll stealth for Fayez. He got
What
a
was it?
24.
Oh yeah, that just beats me.
One more than your stealth.
He had advantage, too, but he got the same number twice, so I'm like,
Yeah.
what's the point? What's the point of you if you're not gonna change the result? And he is, of course, not, as you guys know, he is not out of game. You guys know, he is not alone. I'm gonna see that lady again. Well, I guess Falk is the first time you've ever seen her, but to Dahlia, it's that lady again.
I don't remember her name at all.
Irina can discern that you don't remember her name, so she's going to be a good friend. Hi, Fayez. Who's this? See, there you go. There you go. Let's just say there you go. There you go.
Irina's a real one. I love you.
Ah, right. This is Lady Michaela Highland, representing the Fellowship of Orchids. She does like a slight bow towards you guys.
Pleasure to meet you again.
I hope we're not interrupting anything.
No, not at all. Just brainstorming gifts for our friends. My lady.
She doesn't seem to smile nor frown at the My Lady response, but she does respond. You don't have to address me as My Lady. You don't sound Elonian.
I'm not. I don't feel Eulonian.
Then I'm not your lady. You can call me Michaela.
And I'm Emmerich Falk. You can
She
call me
nods at
Emmerich
you.
or Falk. People keep switching between them.
In fairness, he did introduce himself as Falk. Nothing
Dahlia
else.
nods.
I see.
Old habits. Technically, I introduced myself as Hawk, but that's neither here nor there.
True. So,
I get a pass.
so, what were you brainstorming? A gift for...
Tao.
Oh. That would be quite hard. I imagine. He's not receptive of gifts.
Well, we can't really know that. We haven't really given him any.
What is a trained killer receptive towards? A trained killer. Yes. Fiaz gives her like a very, very terse, like quick rundown of who Tao is.
Yeah.
Imagine a freaky little guy and then make him freakier.
I see. He drinks iced coffee when it's cold, I understand.
Wait,
I love him.
Wait, no,
I love
that's
him
not-
so much. I love him. He just like me for real.
Same. I'm sorry. We've got your name. Faiz. Just a point, probably rudely towards Michaela. Where did you meet her?
We met some hours ago at the art show. We took some time and enjoyed the exhibit. She nods, like, she closes her eyes and nods, like, yep, we did.
Dahlia nods like, yeah, they did.
Like, a lot? Insight check him.
Roll insight. Advantage from Irina.
Oh god, 15?
You guys spent all your good luck these last few weeks, I think, because you guys have not been.
I don't even think I rolled anything that good.
Yeah, I don't think you guys
didn't roll
have
anything.
rolled anything
you-
utterly terrible. For the
You know, my
most part.
stealth and sleight of hand checks earlier were carried by my modifier.
Yeah, they were, weren't they? Yeah, the +8 and the plus.
Roll a 12 and a
8,
14.
Yeah. So 15. Faiz is he's hanging out with this lady. Is he per Arnie's account like? Yo, Faiz is in there, dude. Faiz is in there. No, that sounds like an Arnie exaggeration or teasing. But in fairness, you guys don't really know much of Faiz in terms of like a romantic capacity. So you guys don't really. It's like asking like your cool uncle what like, hey, cool uncle, you get around her, right? It's
Hey,
like,
cool uncle, do you have an auntie or?
yeah, it's not usually a question you broach, so it's not like undue that you don't know. But regardless, you don't know, and it's hard to tell where he's at. He's definitely okay with hanging around with her.
He like puts a finger to his chin. He's like, "Does Faiz fuck?"
Fuck is Fayuk? Does he fire? Okay,
Swiftly
anyway,
moving along.
what was the last question?
Like a lot.
Oh yeah. He nods. Surprisingly so. He looks at Michaela and she nods once again. It was interesting hearing alternative perspectives on all the art pieces.
I'm
Educational.
I'm very partial to paintings myself. I
Oh.
wanted to go, but there's only so many things I can get to.
Well, I'm sure Faiz can describe some of the pieces to you. But we aren't that too far away from the art show right now. She said, because like the garden pavilion and the art show are like very close, like are adjacent to each other. So you could pass through it on your return back to your campgrounds.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
You might not have the time to properly absorb all the content, but at the very least you can see it.
I could, but if I'm being honest, I think that would leave me very unsatisfied.
She nods once, like, fair enough.
But regardless, I'm just... I'm unfamiliar with Eulonian culture. I'm surprised that a lady, which I thought was, and correct me if I'm wrong, a high position of esteem.
I am the first in my house, and a knight. Yes.
He's like, that sounds important.
Sounds important, yeah.
I did not think you would associate with common foreigners.
She blinks once, then twice at that. It is an understandable apprehension you have. And I will say, not all of my knightly can do as I do. And some certainly surpass me in terms of interacting with the community. As for you all being foreigners, if you are no threat nor harm to Eulonia, then we welcome all. And she looks at Faiz. Given how Faiz is, I would assume that he keeps good company. Am I wrong?
No. Volk just thinking, this INTJS. I guess, ENTJ? Because she's definitely an extrovert. She's approaching Faiz.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe she
What would Freud say about this? Yeah, Freud. You might spot some other knights walking and talking and hanging around with people. I will say that I don't normally make it a practice of hanging around with strangers. But she looks at Faiz. Faiz did make a good introduction. He doesn't seem particularly proud or dismissive of it. He's like, I guess I did. Look at that. G-Walkers.
I did see one of the spoke with one of the night prospects earlier, so that's not that surprising.
Aubrey Durant.
Nod.
Aubrey has been taking great amount of time away from her training and sparring and practices to visit the fairgrounds. I'm sure to the protest of a few of her allies, and to the joy of others. She is a passionate after all. And by same logic and virtue, you are very, very unlikely to see the Severus Knight Prospect, Vital Solomon. Not until the tournament itself. Again, it changes from night to night.
Is that Knight with a K or?
Both.
Well, I'm glad you have graced us with your company. Well, more so graced our fires with your company.
She quirks an eyebrow at that.
You speak very eloquently. Read deliberately. Each word is like carefully picked, I feel like. She's very left-brained.
She's very That's a good way to describe it. I have spent much of my tutelage practicing oration.
It shows.
Thank you.
You said you were from the Fellowship of Orchids?
That is correct.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with the different fellowships and orders and what they mean. What does the orchid represent?
That is understandable. You're not Eulonian. And I must admit, even as a fellowship, the orchid is a smaller faction. We represent love, charm of the world, fertility, the verdancy of life itself.
I think Falk glances at the flowers in Irina's hand and wonders, or can be complimentary?
You know, you can go find some around here, I'm sure.
Then he glances at Faiz, then Michaela.